you tuning in today. Today, we're going to talk about what I learned in my 10-month of leadership experience. Not leadership experience, in my leadership college. So, I went to a college program that was 10 months long, and it was all about leadership with Christian values, where you invest 1 year in your relationship with God and building your leadership skills. And I learned so much. It was truly a life changing experience. Therefore, I decided that I am going to make a playlist of all the things I learned because it was so much. It was such a great experience. And this is going to be the first video in this series. And this is going to be a general overview of what I did there, what I learned, and just, yeah, a more general overview so you understand what did I do there. And then the next videos it's going to be more into detail with one topic. So it could be relationships, it could be finances, it could be like time management, energy management, like culture, like encouraging people. So many different like topics that I want to go like into more into depth a little bit more in those individual videos. I feel like I haven't spoken English for so long. I feel like I don't find the right words. But yeah. So this I moved away from my parents and I moved into another city, but it's not too far away. And then I had these 10 months of college experience. And for me, the greatest thing was definitely the experience with the people and the connections and relationship that I built, but also the relationship skills that I built within these relationships. So I would say that I definitely learned a more healthy approach to relationships, and all the people are so kind and so loving and so open, and it really challenged me to look at my own heart and look at all the things that were still stored there. And definitely a lot of things were coming up, and I was super scared to let people like close to me and to be vulnerable and to actually have intimate relationships, even though I really, really crave those real and honest and vulnerable connections. And the cool thing is, like, men and women, so like girls and boys, they're a little bit more separate than you have in normal like school experience or that I had in the past. So we had like connect groups and like prayer groups. So and their boys and girls were always like separated, and also was not allowed to live together. So you have like shared apartments maybe with like other girls or other men, but it was not allowed to mix. And in the beginning, I was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe that's like a little too much, or I don't know. And but I value it so much, and I think it's so good that they're separated, just because we can focus more on ourselves when the other sex is not around. And we also had a dating rule. So for the first 6 months, we were not allowed to date, and we're not supposed to meet one on one with another like person of the other sex. So it would be okay if they meet in a group with like other boys, but not or other men, but not like just me and one man. And in the beginning, I was like, that is so, I don't know. I was just like, come on, it's not so bad. And then I really, really valued and really cherished this time because I was just so much more focused on my own relationship with God and all the things that were coming up for me, and just on my own education and on my own like experience and learning experience. And if I would have been living together with other other people of the other sex, or like being like super close and like prayer groups, then it would definitely be more challenging to really focus on yourself, because I don't know, maybe you start liking someone or whatever. In this way, it was just such a great experience. And it also really helped me to develop great female friendships. So I realized that the more the more healed I am, the more I crave feminine relationships, and the more hurt I experienced in my heart, and the more hurt I was, the more I craved uh, male validation, wanting to be seen by men. I don't know, just more, also more hanging around with men. Not that there's something bad about it, but I just realized that now I do have so many beautiful relationships to other women in my age, or women who are older than me, and love I just love that. And in my teens, I thought it's just like really fun if there are like boys around, and it was like so exciting. And now I definitely am more mature and just enjoy it so much to have deep and loving and secure female friendships that you can talk to, who understand you, who have, yeah, a similar way of seeing life and experiences. It just it is so fulfilling in itself, and it's so cool, and I'm just so extremely grateful for the connections that I've made, and also that these connections help me to develop a more secure attachment style, and to just open up more and be more open to new relationships. So in the beginning, it was really hard for me to actually, as I said, like open up and like share my feelings and just truly, yeah, like be open and ready for close, intimate relationships with like other women. And now, as I approach moving to Den Haag, so the leadership college that I was on is now officially finished. So I have summer break now, and then I'm moving to Den Haag in August or end of July, and starting university, like for a bachelor degree in the topic of entrepreneurship and innovation. So I am so excited for that. And just this year prepared me so much in all the learnings and the person that I became and the woman that I am now to do it with more ease. Because not only do I have now amazing friendships and connections, more important even, I do have the ability and the skills and like the heart and the rewiring of my brain that I am able to build amazing friendships wherever I am. And this gives me confidence when approaching, like going to another country, like leaving my usual environment, because I know, hey, first of all, God is always with me, and He is always there to support me. He's always there to guide me, and He always puts the right people into my life. And I do have the skills and the capacity and the ability and the wiring and the mindset to be able to build healthy relationships and to build and connect with other women in a healthy and great way. Because it was just amazing to see during this year. I feel like the more I healed the hurt in my heart, it just like went away, the more amazing women and the more healthy people I attracted into my life, because I was a more healthy person and I was able to be more available. And yeah, not that they were not all already there, but I was not able to connect with them just because I was not open for connection. So, yes, that's definitely one of the greatest things I learned during this year. Another great thing is energy management. So, I actually did not hear about I didn't hear about the term energy management before this year. I heard always like time management and like finances you need to manage, but I didn't really hear the word of energy management. So write in the comments if you are familiar with the term and do you use it? What do you understand? What do you think about when you hear this term? So energy management basically means, for me, my definition, to check and to plan ahead how I'm gonna rest, how I'm gonna sleep, and how much and what times. And if I plan something, so for example, I plan a trip to Den Haag and I'm gonna move. So now I have to think about, okay, I have these and these and these things I have to do. I have to like bring a lot of stuff. Can I do it myself? Or do I need help? That's the first thing. Like, is it realistic for me to do it all on my own? Or is it energy-wise, I am not able to do it on my own? Or I would be able to do it on my own, but I would be exhausted afterwards. So if no, then who can help me with that? And then asking, this is time management, prior to the event, like, so the other person has time to schedule it and to plan it and to make time for it to help me. And or another thing is it realistic that I go to this event and I work there and I help there and I am there in the morning at 8 o'clock and I go to bed at 1 o'clock? Is this realistic that after 5 days I'm gonna feel good and my energy is high? And if you hear it now, we all can say no. Like, you're gonna be like exhausted, you're gonna be like tired, you're gonna be maybe annoyed. But I found myself so often in the past that I set unrealistic like goals for myself that were just, you just knew if you would think about it that you would be exhausted and burned out afterwards. But I never planned that smart, and I also thought I have to push through and I have to do more and I have to do it until I'm exhausted. And being exhausted is kind of like a status, like, it's so great, I did so much, everybody look at me. And yes, but I just learned to schedule my breaks and schedule my sleeping time. So I really, 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 really value resting. I believe as a feminine woman, resting and resting, physically resting, sleeping, taking breaks, eating healthy. Eating healthy is not resting, but just like taking care of yourself is so, so, so important. Because when we don't do it, we feel exhausted and burned out after a period of time. And I had experienced that in the past, and I was so burned out and so tired, and therefore it is now really a core value of mine. It is so important to me. I don't like to, I take it seriously, okay? My sleeping time is serious and my resting time is serious too. And so there's this biblical principle of like the seventh day when God created the world, then he rested. So that's the Sunday. Or yeah, it doesn't have to be Sunday, but like just rest one day a week where you don't work, where you don't do all of these things. And we also had a class about that. And I decided for me, because we didn't have college on Mondays, because we were helping in church on Sundays, because this leadership college is connected to the church. And so Mondays were my day off where I didn't do like household work, or I tried not to, and I didn't like go shopping and do this and do this and do that. I just decided that Sundays is going to be my self-care Sunday. I stand up, I work out, I make healthy and delicious breakfast, I read all day, I call my best friends, I maybe hang out with other people, maybe not, as I like to and I want to. I journal, I maybe paint my nails, whatever that is like nourishing me. This could be different to different seasons, different seasons in the year, different seasons that I'm in, different like depending on my cycle, on my period. But this is kind of something I did where I do love cooking. Then I cook maybe more like extravagant on like a Monday, and I really, really, really took it seriously. And this was definitely a key learning of mine is scheduling my rest. I think somebody knocked on my door. I have to check. Oh. Okay, I'm back. So it was my friend. She forgot her keys. And what were I saying? So I really decided to make it a priority to rest. And in the beginning, I felt a lot of guilt and also a lot of shame because I connected my worth to doing a lot and being busy, and I felt maybe unproductive. I felt scared that like people are gonna be mad at me that I'm not doing anything. And but then it became more a part of me. So I now really value resting and I schedule my rest. So I make sure that I'm able to sleep the hours I need. I do need 9 hours and minimum 8, but 9 hours is like my prime time. This night I slept 10 and a half, but never mind. I now have like summer break, but schedule my sleep and schedule my rest days and look at the days of the week. If you say, I don't have that much time, I can't take a whole day off, then decide to take maybe 5 hours a week on a specific day that is your rest day. And it just really, really helped me to keep my energy high and to feel energized and also be my feminine energy, because when we're exhausted and like burnt out, it's so hard to like feel alive and like joyful and excited and happy because we're not. And that just diminishes our light because we're not rested. Rested people are more attractive and more healthy. Yes. So connected to that, boundaries are super important because if we can say yes, then we can protect our time and energy. If we can say no, then we can protect our time and energy. And if we're not, we find ourselves doing a lot of things in times where we wanted to rest, but we couldn't say no. So now we're helping somebody to move, we're doing this, we're doing that, and we don't have the rest that we actually need and want and desire. So, and then another thing I really changed is saying, I don't have time for this. And just realizing I do have time, but I didn't prioritize it yet. So there are things that I didn't get to do, but I didn't get to do them because I did not prioritize them. Not because I don't have the time for it, because I do have time. Everybody has time. If you didn't do it, it's because you didn't prioritize it, and that's okay. It just gives off a different vibe. It's like, I don't have time for it. It's just like more victim mentality. And if you say, yeah, I didn't prioritize it, then you realize you do have the power to prioritize it and get it done, but you just didn't yet. And that's okay. But when you want to, then we can decide and we can prioritize it and we can get it done. So, yes. What else did I learn? What else did I learn? Ooh, valuing my time and energy. money is one form of currency, but our time and our energy is another form of currency, and that is so valuable because it's scarce. We only have so much of it, and it's not, yeah, it's just scarce. And I realized that by me giving away my time and energy freely all the time, it's the same as I'm giving my money to everybody and everyone at all times. And just realizing, hey, if I'm giving you this 1 hour of my time, then this is fine. But I need to be clear that I do not invest that 1 hour in creating content, for example, or working on my business, or investing in my health, or investing in my education, or investing in my relationships. And just realizing that whenever I say yes to something, then I say no to something else that is important to me. And just realizing to really take care of who you spend time with. I realized that there are some people in my life that when I spend time with them, I just feel worse afterwards. I just feel worse. My thoughts are worse, my energy is worse, and I wasted my time. And I was like, these are good people, but I don't feel good afterwards. So I limited the time as good as I can that I spend time with them. And I just really realized that so many times I spent time with people out of obligation, and I just decided that I'm not up to for it anymore. Up to for it. How do you say it? I'm not available for it anymore. I spend my time intentionally with the people that I love, like, and that where I feel energized afterwards, and not like I feel like they're taking my energy, and I'm more exhausted and tired after that we met. And this also needed me to really be connected to my body, because in the past I have been around people that maybe I feel more exhausted afterwards, but I was so disconnected from my body and from my heart and from my own needs that I did not realize it. And therefore, the more I connected back to my body and I was in a more relaxed and regenerated state, then I realized when I'm around this and this person, I'm not in this good state anymore. I feel lower, I feel bad, I feel worse. So, okay, maybe I limit this time there, or maybe I have like specific things I need to work through, and then I work through it, and then I redecide how much I want to spend my time with them and how much of my resources I want to give to them. And all of this is out of love, so I don't have to have like conversation with someone. You know what? I like to reduce the time we spend together because you know me. No, it's just like I realize it, I decide how I invest my energy, and I redirect my energy. And another thing is that I really looked at my energy and my time as an investment. And I was thinking about, okay, in what season am I right now? Right now, for me, I'm in a season where I invest in my education. So I'm in a season right now where I want to build myself as an asset in my um, education, in my financial literacy, in my health, in my emotional intelligence, and my relationship skills, in so many areas. And then I realized, hey, what do I have in resources right now? I have like an amount of money I have available, amount of time, amount of energy. And then I see my time and my energy as an investment. So if I work out for 30 minutes a day, that is my investment in my health. If I read for 30 minutes a day, that is my investment in my education. If I take an online course and I invest maybe 5 hours a week, for example, in watching these videos and learning about it and taking notes, then this is my investment. And I decided that my time is valuable and I want to invest in something that brings a high ROI, so a high return on investment. If I invest 2 hours in cleaning my room, is the return on investment higher or lower than when I invest my time in reading 2 hours a book about finances? My room is going to be dirty in approximately 3 days, and the knowledge is going to like compound and build over the next month and years if I do this over and over and grow my knowledge. Therefore, I have more value to give to other people. And yes, so just thinking like that and being smart with your time and energy, because I'm young, I have energy, I have time, so let's use it in a way that compounds over time and where the return on investment is high. So yeah, I think just seeing my time as something so valuable, and it's just the same as I think about my finances. Where do I want to invest my finances? Because I believe that it grows me and it has a high return on investment. So, for example, I do like to invest my money in good, healthy, nutritious food because I think that the return on investment, being healthy and having a healthy body, is it worth it to spend more money on good food? And the same is with my energy. Where is the return on investment the highest? And then I spend more time and energy in these things. So, yes, there are so many cool things that I learned in this year. So, we had classes like identity, we had classes like leadership, we had classes like develop your potential and your calling. And then we had some biblical topics. And what else did we have? Like believe big or have develop big faith. Yes. Listening to God's voice. So we had a lot of different classes. They were super exciting, and I learned so much. And the cool thing is that these topics were life related topics that really help you to level up internally and develop skills that you use in real life. So we also had a class about relationships and like marriage and things like that. And we also had a class about finances. We also had a class about like personality, like character development. And we also had a class about it was called Activation Heart Time, where you basically connect with God, like listen what's on your heart, journal, and like do things like that. So, and we had a class like event planning. So we learned about event planning, and then we did event planning, and we planned an event. So yes, there were so many things. I am so thankful that I was. Oh, we also had preaching, so basically public speaking. And yes, so we had so many different classes, and I'm so thankful for this year. I'm so thankful for the people who made it possible and for the support that I received. And I hope that you could already learn something from this video. And yes, so, oh, wait, I wanted to say something. Yes. So if you desire one-on-one private coaching with me, I do offer, like, for example, a 3 months working with me. Like once a week, we have a call and we look into what are your topics, where do you need help, where do you need support, and then I guide you through. I have a lot of cool tools that will help you to reprogram your mind, to do the inner work, to release these blocked emotions from your body and receive whatever you want and like get to do what you want to do. So if this is what you want, then you can write me an email, and my email address is going to be in this description. And yes, I am so happy that you're here. I'm so excited that you're watching this video. And if you really liked it, then give this video a thumbs up and like and subscribe. That's like double, but like and subscribe, and write in the comments what was your biggest takeaway from this video. And if you have any questions about this leadership college, then I'm so excited if you write it in the comments and I will answer it in the next video. I hope to see you soon and I love you so much. Bye bye. You Naomi.